People will try to convince you that your children are dealing with sickness, disease, and infirmity in their bodies because you sinned. That there's something that you did has to be the reason why they're dealing with what they're dealing with. And this is not always the case. We live in a fallen world, and sickness, disease, and infirmity can try to come up against us. However, this is what the scripture said over in John chapter 9. There was a man that was brought to Jesus who was born blind, and this is what the disciples asked him: Rabbi, who sinned? Was it this man who sinned or his parents that sinned for him to be born blind? And Jesus answered and said, neither this man nor his parents sinned, but it was so that the works of God might be displayed and illustrated in him. Now you may be saying to yourself, okay, so is Jesus a narcissist? Is he the one that made him blind? No. However, what he's saying right here, it was able to happen, but he's going to be healed, and the miracle that is going to take place will be for the glory of God. So when people try to come to you and say your children are dealing with sickness, disease, infirmity in their bodies because you sin, that is not always the case. And the scripture shows us that's not always the case. However, whatever they're dealing with in their bodies, that God is going to heal them, and it will be for the glory of God.